Hey guys, it's Jennifer from Emily Rose Boutique, and I have been working on this tutorial on how to do this extruding shadow right here behind the Barbie. I saw it in several of the groups, and I was already going to be working on it, and then someone in a font group had asked about it, so I was going to try and hurry and get it done, but everything I tried wasn't working as far as like making the tutorial. I finally get it made, try to upload it, and it takes forever. In the meantime, I learned a whole nother way that would do it that's easier. Well, to me, it's easier. And I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to be able to do it with any font, any wording, so you don't have to just use the Barbie font or wording, okay? But I'm going to show you how to do it in Inkscape. I'm also going to show you how to save and export it so that you can use it and pull it into Design Space as a cut file. And then I'm also going to show you a simplistic way to do it in Design Space that will give you the same effect, but it won't be as, I would say, appealing, but there's always a workaround. So, yeah, so let's get started. First of all, the version of Inkscape that I am using is 1.2. So I think there's been one update. I haven't gotten it yet. So if mine looks a little different, that might be why. You do need basic knowledge of Inkscape. I will try to go as slow as I can and beginner friendly as I can. And I'll just, try to show you because I think you can see my mouse. So I'll try and show you where you need to click or whatever. So the font that I used is called Bartex. Okay. And that's what I did here. So I'm going to show you how to do that with my name because someone did want to know how to do it with another word besides Barbie. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But then I'm also going to show you how to do it with any font and also with a phrase or more than one word. Okay, so like I said, let's get started. All right, so over here, we're going to go to the tools icon, not tools, I'm sorry, text. You guys have to forgive me. It's like 3 in the morning here. But I'm going to go ahead and then use my name. Change it to the font. And I'm going to go ahead and change it to this color. All right. So that's all we did so far. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit. Okay. So now what we're going to do, you're going to need to make sure that this is a path. So to do that, we're going to go up to path while it's selected and go object to path. And then we're going to go to object and then down to ungroup. Okay. The last step is to go back to path and then we're going to union it. Okay. Now it's unified and it is a path. You can check down here because it'll say path 252 nodes. Okay. So what we're going to do to get this effect is we're going to create this shadow part. And then after, we're going to create the little offset. Okay? So, while it is still selected, you want to come and click on one of these curved. Oh, you do want to have, make sure that snapping is turned off. While this is selected, you want to grab one of the corner nodes and you want to hit Control or Command and you're going to turn it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's going to look a little funky, but just bear with me, okay? Now to duplicate this, the keyboard control, the keyboard shortcut is Control plus D. I think on a Mac it's Command. But we're going to go ahead and hit Control and just bring it straight down a little bit. Okay. And now we're going to pull up the dropper tool and we're going to get this back color. All right. And the dropper tool is right over here. I just hit D to pull it up. I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're going to go to select and we're going to hit shift and select that back layer as well. Okay. Take your hand off of shift, but keep everything selected, and you're going to click in the middle so that you get the turn nodes, and you're going to turn back the other way 3 times. So hit control and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have unselected them. All right, while they're both selected, we're going to go up and use the extensions. And this is why it needed to be a path, because if it's not a path, it's not going to work right. All right, we're going to go to extensions, and then we're going to go down to generate from path, and we're going to go to extrude. Okay. And you could either do, it depends on which font you use. You could either do follow curves or polygons. I'm just going to do follow curves. That's what I've been doing. But you could do either one of those. I would definitely not use lines, just to be on the safe side. But if you go down to live preview, you'll see what it looks like. You'll see all these little black lines, okay? If you want to see what it looks like with polygons, you can just select it while the live preview is on. See, there's not really that much of a difference. So I'm just going to stick with the follow curves because I like it. I think it's a curvy font. So anyway, like I said, this is the live preview. So we're going to go ahead and hit apply, and then we're going to hit close. Okay, now we're just going to select just the black part, and you'll know you have it selected if you come down to the fill and stroke and it says unset. Okay, if there is a color there, then you don't have it selected. All right, now to do that, we're going to go to the dropper tool again, which is over here to the left in your tools panel, but I'm just going to hit D to bring it up. And I'm going to go up here and select this back color again. Now you're still going to have some black lines, okay? You could do one of 2 things. I don't like doing one option, so I'm just going to show you what I do. One option is to change the stroke down here to the same color as the fill, but I don't like doing that because it just makes things a little bit more complicated. So we're just going to go ahead and take the strokes off, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit shift because that'll select the stroke and hit the box with the X that's down here. Okay. It looks a little wonky, I know, but go back and select so that your main icons will come up, and we're going to go to lower selection to the bottom. Okay. And then we're going to delete this top layer. Okay, bear with me. I know it looks a little weird, but we're going to select the back layer right now. And I promise you it's not as difficult. It's just because it's new right now. But you will get the hang of it. It will be fine. I promise you. If you come down here, your selection says a group of 252 objects. Yeah, we want to simplify that. So we're going to go to Object, and we're going to go to Ungroup, leave everything selected, do not touch anything. Go to Path, Union. Okay? And for some people, that might look just fine. Okay? what we're going to check right now is we're going to check to make sure there's not any little open spaces. So click on the top layer, hit Control, and just bring it straight down. All right, it looks like there's no open spaces, no holes, nothing. So we're going to bring that back up, just bring it straight up. That's why I said to use the Control feature. Okay. While the top layer is selected, we're going to duplicate it, which is Control plus D. Okay. We're going to go ahead, make sure that top layer is selected. And we're going to go to the dropper tool over here. And then we're going to select the back color of the shadow again. Okay. But before we do anything, we want to add an offset. Okay. So if you want to go to your select panel, it is path, and then you're going to do offset. Okay. Or just simply Control plus the 0 key, the number 0. All right. That's it. Now, while it's still selected, you want to just bring it down one layer, not all the way to the bottom, but just one layer. And there's your offset. You could even play around with it if you want it to be a little bit bigger. So I think I like that one. That's 2. And then there's 3. So you can just play around with the thickness of how you want it. While that is selected, you want to combine that and your back layer. So let me double check real quick. Okay, yeah, it did make it a path. So while those are still selected, you want to go ahead and just union those. You want to double check, make sure there's nothing missing. Oops, make sure there's nothing missing. No holes or anything. It's still a solid layer. Good. And that's it. Now I'm just going to select that, and I am going to group them together right now just so that I can move it to the side. I'm going to show you how to move everything to Design Space in just a minute. Okay, the next thing I want to do is we want to go in and do a phrase. So I'm going to choose a different font to do that with this time. So we're going to go over to our text tool, and I'll just do one of my designs that I'm creating. If you like that, you can keep it like that. You can use it, but we're going to go ahead and select the phrase. We're going to change it to, we'll do it like this. This is a cute little font. Okay, and if you didn't see, that font was Keep on Truckin'. It's another one that keeps getting asked about in the group. Okay, so what we're going to do with this one is we're just going to play around with it. I'm sure there's a way that you could go in and adjust the lines in here, but I'd rather just do it the easy way. So we're going to go to Path, Object to Path, Object, and then Ungroup. Again, you can do this with any font. It doesn't have to be either one of these. I'm just showing you how you can use it with one, and this is just another popular font right now. All right, so I selected one line. I'm going to go in and union it, and we're just going to go down the next one, select that one, union it, and just do that with each line. And then this last one, we're going to go in. Actually, this one I'm going to bump it over just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go in and union it. Okay, now the easiest way to keep everything still centered the way it is to hold down the Control button, which I tried to say it a while ago when I was doing my name, but I was probably getting a little ahead of myself. But if you hold the Control button as you're moving this, then it'll stay straight. Like it won't veer or anything. All right, that looks good. I'm going to press shift and select this next one, and then we're going to go back to control and bump those two up at the same time. Okay. Like I said, you can get it however you like it. I'm just showing you the technique. And then shift, grab that next one, then go back to control. All right, and then shift, grab that last one. Okay, everything looks good. And I'm just going to go ahead. Well, let me double check. Yeah, everything looks good. So I'm just going to select everything, go to path and union. Because remember, we need it to be a path in order to add the extrusion. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing we did before. This one's going to be a different font. Let's see. Another good Barbie font. I'll go ahead and change it to this pink anyway. But I'll change it to something else in just a minute. Okay, so we're going to go to the select tool, and then we are going to click on it so that there is the little corner nodes, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to turn it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we're going to duplicate it, which is Control and D. We're going to press Control and bring down that top layer just a tad. Okay. And I'm going to go over to the dropper tool. And we are going to come down to our colors down here. And I'm going to find that hot pink Barbie color. There we go. I love that. Okay, and then go back to the select tool. And we're going to hit shift and grab that back layer. All right. And now just click in the middle, since both of them are selected. Grab that corner node again and go back 3 times the other side. So 1, 2, 3. Good. I'm gonna move them down just a tad. I think I'm just going to. There we go. Okay. I just wanted to adjust it a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do now is the same thing. Make sure both are selected. We know that it's a path because when we unified it a while ago, you can come down here, path 777 nodes. All right, so make sure both layers are selected. Go back up to extensions. Generate from path. We're going to go to extrude, and this is definitely a curvy font, so definitely use follow curves, and you can do the live preview again. Hit apply and then close. All right, so we're going to select the black layer, and we're going to go to the dropper tool, and I'm going to pick this hot pink Barbie color. All right, I love that color. And then we're going to go down here, back down to the color wheel down there, and we're going to get rid of the black lines and just do shift and then click the one with the X in it. Okay, go back to your select tool and then come up to lower selection to bottom while that one layer is still selected, and it brings it down. Then you can go in and get rid of that top layer. All right, then you want to select the bottom layer, go up to path. Oh, excuse me. Because, yeah, remember it's a group down here, so you need to ungroup it. It's going to be a lot. So don't freak out. Keep it all selected. And go to path, union. Give it a minute, because that's a lot. Okay. If you want to just double check and make sure that nothing is Okay, see, this one has a lot of like holes and stuff in it. So we're going to select it, go to Path, Break Apart, and while everything is selected just like that, we're going to go to Path and Union. All right, grab this one. Whoops. Grab that layer, hit Control, and just go right straight back up. We haven't done the outset yet, so it should fit perfectly on there. Okay, you may like it like this, and you may want to leave it like that, and that's fine. That's all well and good. Like I said, it's all personal preference, design-wise, how you want it. I kind of like the outset look, the offset, whatever. So we're going to click on this top layer, the lighter pink, and I'm going to duplicate it with Control plus D. Okay. And I'm going to go up to Path, Outset, and we're going to change it, go over to the dropper tool, and we're going to change it to that hot pink. And we're going to go Select and bring it down one layer, not to the bottom, but just bring it down one layer. There we go. While it is still selected, if you like that thickness of outset, you can keep that. I usually do try to see which between 1 and 2 that I like. So you can do outset again, or you can just do Control plus the number 0 key. And I'm loving that. So I'm going to keep that. And I'm actually going to change it to white. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm sorry. Wrong layer selected. Before I do that, while that layer is selected, we're going to hit Shift and grab the bottom, very bottom layer. Okay, so it's the two hot pink layers. Just going to go to Path and Union. So that's all one layer now. Now we click on this top light pink area, and I'm going to change that to white. And there you go. So now you have one layer and 2 layers. Okay. So now let me show you how we can take these into design space. Okay. I'll bring this down. I forgot I grouped those. Okay. I'm going to group these two just so it's easier. Okay, so there's 2 ways that you can do this. You can either go in and do File, Save As. You can do that. But I like to go to Export. Okay. And you want to go up to Selection. And it'll do just your selection. Okay. You want to do Export Selected Only. And make sure that it is, you can do either Inkscape SVG or plain SVG. It really does not matter as long as it is an SVG. So we're going to keep it there. And I am just going to save it to my desktop. So I'm going to call it, this one is Life in Plastic. And sometimes you have to double check. It says Save As type. So I'm going to, wait a minute, why is it not? Why is this not working? Hold on. Why is it not? Okay, this is weird. Maybe I can't select it just yet. I don't know. We'll try this. I've been able to do it before. But, yeah. Yeah, single image. Okay, and then we're just going to go to Export. Did it do it? There we go. I'm going to go ahead and replace it. Okay, so now we're going to go to this next one. All right, we're going to export it. Okay, hold on. Give it a minute. Okay, it's wanting to act up right now, so give it just a second. Okay, let's do it again. I don't know why it wants to act this way. When I'm actually working with it, I hardly ever have any issues, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, I forgot to select that. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and close that out and select the other one because I'm going to need it. And we'll go ahead and do this one too. Change it to SVG. Export. Okay, so when we come back, I will be open in Design Space and I will show you how to bring those in. Okay? All right, I'll be right back. Hey guys, okay, so I'm in Design Space and just a heads up, because this is even different from where I used it just 2 nights ago. So now I'm at version 7.37.121. Yeah, so if you need to update Design Space, make sure you do it, or it may look a little different. And it might be because I'm on a different profile on my laptop. I'm on my personal profile and not my business profile. So that could be it too, but just a heads up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're in here. I went ahead and did new project because surely you know how to use Design Space. I'm going to show you how to pull in those images that we saved or exported and how to use them as cut files. And then I'm also going to show you a quick workaround to where you could actually possibly do the same design in Design Space. It's going to make it a little bit longer video than I anticipated, but I want to make sure that everyone has a chance to try this. So, all right, so we're going to go to upload. All right, there's one. We're going to go ahead and upload the next one. We're going to go ahead and upload. And do add to canvas for that one. Ooh, okay. That is so cute. All right, let's go in and add in the other ones. Upload. Why are my... Here we go. Okay, so it did it again. Okay. There we go. I'm having to learn this because it's... Okay, bear with me for just 1 second because this is just really weird. I'm doing... Oh, okay. Duh. Duh, Jennifer. Okay. Let's see how many's on there. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we only need one. Whoops. Y'all, you guys, I'm sorry. I promise you I had space, but this update is like throwing me. So I do apologize. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just minimize these so that they are easy to work with. All right. Okay, so when we made these, okay, remember we grouped them at the end, so it's just the top layer and then the shadow layer. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to ungroup them. Can you not ungroup? more than one thing at a time? Nope. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to double check and make sure there's no places that we have to fix on that one. Okay, so do the same thing here. Do the same thing here. Okay, now, hold on a second. Whoops. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? There we go. All right, so I'm going to show you these little pieces right here, and even right here, and right here. Okay, if you wanted to, I'm going to close that out. If you wanted to leave them in, you can, because with the main thing in, you can't tell a difference. However, I wouldn't. This is what I would do when I brought it in. I would select that layer and just contour it out. And just do hide all contours. And then there, it's all done for you now. And that looks a little bit better. So what you can do, it's already ready for a cut to be sent to the maker. I'm not going to cut anything right now, but that's how you do it. That's one layer right there, and if you want to group them together, you can, but that's how you can bring them in to be a cut file. All right, so I'm going to group that, bring that down. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so I am going to go in and minimize these after I group them all together. Now, to the trick for making them in Design Space. We're going to go to text. Now, the two fonts that I used again are Bartex and Keep on Trucking. So we're just going to go to our text. And for this one, I am going to just do the Barbie. Okay. I'm going to go to System, Bartex. Here we go. All right. This one has a few more steps than what we did in Inkscape, but that's okay. And you'll still get a similar effect. I'm going to go ahead and delete my name because we don't really need it. I'm going to bump this up just a tad just so you can see it. And remember, because it's a basic cut, it's going to have that black outline, but if you changed it to a print and cut, it takes that black line out. Okay. Ooh, it does look a little weird when you bring it in. I don't know why. It didn't when I did it the other night because I made a couple of shirts and some, yeah, that's weird. And this one, well, let's see if it does that with this one. No, this one looks the same. I think it's because I didn't do a really thick outset with this one. But yeah, see how that does? These would be perfect for stickers, this little design. All right, we're going to go back to basic. Okay, back to what we were doing. We're going to go ahead and just change the color. Okay. Now for this one, you want to go up to, there's a couple of extra steps. We're going to add an extra offset to this. All right. Ooh, that's a pretty big. All right. You don't really need a very big offset. We're going to do an offset, okay? That's going to be good. And we're going to change that offset to white. And you'll see why in a minute, okay? But then that offset, okay. I'm sorry, my Design Space is running a little slow. I don't know if it's because I'm recording or because of the update. I don't know, so just bear with me. Anyway, you have your offset selected, so that is going to get an offset. Now this one does need to be a little bit thicker. Okay. I'm going to do apply, and then we're going to change that to that pink color. Okay. It looks good so far. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, select it, select the pink one, make sure the pink one is selected, and we're going to go to contour, and then we're going to do hide all contours. Okay, see where I'm going with this? All right, now while that pink layer is selected, you're going to duplicate it, okay? And then you are going to send it to the back, and then just, okay, that looks, you don't need a very big thing, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. I think that looks good. Okay, so now you're going to take that one and you're going to select both of the pink offsets, okay? And you're going to go down to combine and unite. Okay, and then you're going to just send them to the back. All right, so there you go. There's one way to do that, okay? And this one even has the more, it has the more flatter, like this one has the different, you can see each letter. This one is a little bit more what you're used to. So you could even do it one more time. You can duplicate it. Okay, and arrange and send it back. And do it one more time, like this. Okay. And then send it back. All right. There you go. Oh, okay. That's really good. And if you wanted to just like smooth this out, you could just go in with some shapes, but honestly, it's not that noticeable. But there you go. You've got that. Let's see here. Let's just weld all that. Okay. Merge those layers. Send it back. And then we're just gonna, oops, no, I don't want to attach. We're just gonna group them. There you go. Okay. And the same thing with this one. Okay, we're gonna do, okay, I had to quickly fix that because my computer froze up. But we're just going to go ahead and do Life in Plastic, and it's to keep on trucking. All I did was just scrunch it together a little bit, made the each line a little bit closer, and I changed it to a white layer. And then I welded everything. So now we are going to do the offset. All right. I'm going to try and do this quickly if it will cooperate with me. That actually looks pretty good right there. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and it makes it black, so we're going to go ahead and change it to pink. We're going to go ahead and contour it. And it finally comes up. I'm going to hide all contours. Okay, and then you want to duplicate it. And you want to send it to the back. Uh-oh. All right. Okay, I promise you guys we're almost done. So we're going to take this bottom layer and okay, I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to hide it. Take this one, hide it, take this one, hide it. Okay. Because I have to be able to see everything. Okay, so here, take the two pink ones. There we go. And you're just going to weld them. Okay. And then you want to just send it to the back. All right. Actually, I don't think I like that one. I'm going to undo that one. Undo the weld. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, I just want to be able to. Just don't like that. The way it looks. I don't know. It's just me. Okay. And then I'm going to actually duplicate it one more time. And we're going to send to the back. There we go. I think I like that. Okay. So that and that. And then, whoops. Okay, so that one and the other. Ah! Okay. You guys. There we go. All of the pink ones. And we're going to weld them. And select it. And while it's still selected, we're going to go ahead and contour it out some too. So hide all contours. Okay. Arrange, send to back, and voila. There you go. Finally! All right, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to group it. Okay. Take this one. All right, so this is the Design Space version. And this one is the Design Space version. Okay. Okay. And then this one is the Inkscape version. And then this one is the Inkscape version. So which one do you like better? Okay. And can you tell a difference? I mean, I can tell a difference, but I like all of them, honestly. So, are you going to be able to try this? Are you going to make something with one of these designs? I would love to see if you do. I'm going to leave you with this and let me know if I helped you, if I confused you even more. Please leave me a comment below nicely and I will try and help you figure it out. Like I said, I know this is a much longer video than what I normally do, but I just thought this was a really cool technique to do and show you the process of moving it from Inkscape into Design Space so that you actually can use it as a cut file, and then how you can even create it in Design Space. Little disclaimer, I am a graphic designer, so I don't use Design Space that often to design in. So, yeah, just putting that out there. I mainly use Inkscape. So, if you have any questions or if you have any other tutorials that you want to see me try and explain and show you, then leave them in the comments. I may do a little time-lapse video of me creating a design and applying it on my TikTok. So if you want to follow me over there, it's just the same thing. I think it's at Emily Rose. But I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye.